Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to play drill 101 from poolbilliards.co, one of the coolest practice platforms out there. Many players already put out videos how they execute this drill successfully. And of course I also make this drill in this video, even twice. But the difference is, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this drill and how to not give up and think a little bit more creative, think a little bit more bigger, maybe like professionals do. This drill at first sight looks very easy, but trust me, it definitely is a tricky one. You can get out of line very quickly. And when you're out of line, the question is, what are you going to do? You got two options. Either you stop playing this drill, you give up, or you try to complete this drill using your skills and pool player knowledge. And in this video I want to show you how I completed this drill out of very difficult situations, using knowledge, information and advice I received from professional pool players. Let's stop the talking and let me show you how I played it.
And that's how the drill looks like. You start with the 1, it's like a circular movement, then you try to get to the 2, to the 3, to the 4, and then back over to the 5, then on to the 6, and so on and so forth, and you finish with the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just around the clock. Yeah, let's move on to the drill, how I played it. As mentioned, I started with the 1 ball. I tried to get an angle onto the 2 ball so I don't have to draw back to the long rail. I managed that very well. And now my consideration is already to stay below the 3 ball. That's why I more or less stun over the ball onto the long rail. And I'm getting very close. And this is the first crucial situation here, because I got a slight angle onto the 7 ball and I might have hit the 7 ball if I would not have used some throw effect. So that's the reason why I put on some left spin onto the cue ball so that I can throw in the 3 ball into the pocket. So nice little gimmick, nice little trick here. Yeah, and onto the 4 ball, I more or less stun it over onto the long rail. Once again, try to stay below the 5 ball in this case, sorry, the 5 ball. And here I would have had several options to draw the ball onto the long rail or just to go forward. I think I decided to go forward, yes, and got a nice angle onto the 6 ball. And this is a very crucial situation because the angle seems to be very flat, but actually I knew already that I have to check the ball a little bit with inside spin in this case. So that's the reason why I top it off, top right, as much spin as I could, and I still screwed up, meaning you can see that I have quite an angle onto the 11 ball. I could have given up here, but I knew that I can manage it. How? So first of all, I just tried to pot the 7 ball, very simple, to get a flat angle onto the 8 ball. Because I learned from pro players, you gotta use the whole table. This is a classic 4-railer, not the easiest of pots, but definitely manageable. And that's why I knew I could still get onto the 9 ball. If I just play top, maybe a hair left, I would have automatic position onto the 9 ball if I just play a classic 4-railer. So 1, 2, 3. I didn't even need the 4th rail because speed was good and I had the perfect position onto the 9 ball. So stay calm out there, folks. Never give up. There are usually options to get through. In this case, some player might try to hold the ball on the right side. You definitely don't want to do this, and that's the reason why I tried to more or less stun the ball over onto the long rail to have a nice angle onto the 10, maybe a little bit more than I wanted, but I already knew just get into the middle of the table like this. And in the next shot is very crucial because some people might just roll the 11 ball and try to get to the right side of the 12 ball, but just trust your stroke and just use both long rails, as you will see very soon. So I just hit the ball, one long rail, second long rail, to get perfect position onto the 12th ball in the opposite corner pocket. And it's very important to trust your stroke, to know that you have perfect alignment, and then you might run out like I did here.
And as mentioned, this is drill number 101 from poolbilliards.co. And if you want to subscribe with them, please feel free to use my promotion code POCKETED to enjoy a 10% discount. It's definitely worth it.
So here play it a second time, so start from new. Once again, one ball, try to get onto the 2 ball, and in this case you can see the angle is quite big but perfect to get onto the 3 ball. The only crucial thing here is I should not play too hard, strike it not too hard, be very gentle on the white ball just to stay below the 3 ball, and that was like perfect. In this case I knew I just wanted to get onto the right side of the 4 ball. That's why I just tried to stun it over, maybe with a little bit of right spin to get off the long rail. Perfect angle onto the 4, and that makes it very easy to use the short rail, possibly also the long rail, to stay below the 5 ball. That's what I'm thinking right now. So just aiming, maybe just stun it over. It's more like a stun shot. Don't use too much spin here, because otherwise you just get way too much out of the long rail and into the middle of the table. That's not where I want it to be. In this case, I think I once more tried to just top the ball over onto the 6 ball. Yes, exactly, just top it over. And in this case, the angle is very perfect, because now I can use the short rail to get onto the 7 ball. But once more, I don't try to use too much bottom right spin, because I don't want to spin off out of the long rail. I try to stay close to the long rail, and that worked out perfect. In this case, I actually thought to myself, that's it, the drill is done, and I just want to slide over, stay quite high onto the 8 ball and touch the long rail on the right side. But then this happened. Just watch it. I just strike the ball and boom, I make a mistake. So I'm nowhere where I wanted, just mishit the white ball completely. Still, I knew I still can manage it, because once more, use the whole table. In this case, it would be a 2, maybe 3 railer to get onto the 9 ball, and just not. I knew that I should not try, not use too much spin, so I basically just played a stun shot with a little bit of bottom, and here was like lucky to hit this little bit of the long rail to get perfect onto the 9 ball. Of course, this was super lucky, but why not give it a shot? Why not try it out? In this case, once more, maybe people try to hold the ball. That's, in my opinion, completely wrong. Just try to get onto the other side, in this case, of the 10 ball. Makes things way, way easier. The next shot was on purpose to show you folks different options. Of course, I just could have drawn onto the long rail and get easy position, but I just wanted to show you the following shot. Try to get onto the middle of the table, and from here, don't try to hold the ball, don't baby it, just try to get on the other side of, just try to get on the other long rail, quite close to the short rail. And that's the easiest way to make this position. Of course, it would have been easier just to go down both long rails onto the 11 ball, but in this case I played this on purpose, just to show if you guys get out of line, there are easy options and you can still make this drill.
I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.